How's it going, everyone? I'm Daniel Rodriguez, and today we're going to be reviewing The People vs. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story, Season 1, Episode 2, titled The Run of His Life. Spoiler reviews. Make sure you have seen the episode, man. It's going to be, it's a fantastic episode. I even thought it was even better than the premiere. Slightly a little bit better than the premiere, man. FX's new show starring Cuba Gooding Jr., John Travolta, Selma Blair, David Schwimmer, many fantastic actors, Courtney B. Vance. Make sure you're watching this show, man. Definitely. It's good for the history books, good to make you learn, and also, it just shows you at a time when all this stuff was going on. I wasn't born. I was born in 98, the January 98, so I didn't get to live through this O.J. Simpson stuff, but, it's very important to history around, the modern day time. And, it's very, it's dumb. All the evidence, man, mistakes happen, and, it was shitty time to live, for that time. I can't even imagine when the juice got caught, man, and everyone, it was all over the Bronco chase and man, imagine you're trying to watch TV, the Bronco chase cuts on, dude, and oh, what's this now? O.J. Simpson, So I can't, the excitement, man, that happened, also the sadness and happiness and, everything, the mixture of emotions that were going on, what? I don't know. That's my 2 cents there. I kind of wish I lived through it. Live in the early 90s, Nirvana, Alice in Chains, bro, J. Simpson, go through that stuff. But, hey, respect to you if you remember that when you were younger. You lived in a time. Early 90s, probably the weirdest, weirdest mixture of time, man. Early 90s, there you go. So anyway, The Run of His Life, Season 1, Episode 2, let's get right to it, man. It should take me less than 2 minutes to recap the episode, give you my pros and cons and final score. I'll give you a little bit of my thoughts on the episode while I'm recapping it, so here we go. So the suicide note's going on. Of course, we know OJ and this other guy, this other linebacker or something, they took the Bronco and they're driving. So the suicide note, they read it, the news is out, OJ's Bronco is cited by hippies, of all people. Yeah, OJ, is that the Bronco? That's the Bronco, man. And then, OJ's in the back. They can't really see him, but they see the driver. And he's like, yo, what the hell are you looking at? And they just drive off, so the hippies end up finding a payphone on the road and calling. So the cops are after them. Rob Kardashian reads the note, and it shows the Kardashians. Oh, my God. This is the one pet peeve of mine in this. Ryan Murphy directed this episode, I believe. He directed this episode, and they show the Kardashians look, there's Daddy. They did not have to show the damn Kardashians one bit, sitting down, look, there's Daddy. You did not have to show Big Booty Kim as a 5-year-old. You did not have to show us that one bit, or the brother, isn't Rob the brother too? Isn't that his name, Rob? Jesus Christ, mate. You didn't have to show us that, but either way, I have a thing against Kardashians. I think 95 or 98% of the world pretty much pisses on the Kardashians. Who cares? You didn't have to show us the family sitting there look, Daddy. Really? Either way, yes, because the kids were watching that in the morning. Okay. So anyway, he reads the note. Very emotional, man. I was getting teary-eyed. So Robert Kardashian tells OJ's family that he's dead because he believes he is dead. He's like, OJ committed suicide. But anyway, they live broadcast, and I love it when Robert Shapiro sees OJ in the Bronco, and he's like, you're still in the game. That was cool. So anyway, he's in contact with the police. I deserve to get hurt. Always good. Cuba Gooding Jr. So there, he's going to Mama's house. Courtney B. Vance's character, Johnny Cochran, is doing an interview, and he's standing up for OJ, man. Of course, this is where the Dream Team is going to begin. He's standing up. He's like, well, everybody's just doing this and questioning OJ because he's black. Because the problem about OJ is the color of his skin. So it's kind of, getting there with the racial factor and everything, man. Very important time for the early 90s, 80s, everything, man, around that time. I mean, it's crazy in the world we live in. Fighting just about the color of somebody's skin. Think about that, about how far we've gone. And I mean, really, this world, man, honestly, what we've created, sickening on how people used to, the racist, and it's just sad, honestly, but it's still going on. I mean, it's still going on today. Hell yeah. I mean, there's a lot of racism still going on. I mean, I don't know. It's sick. What happened? I don't know. This world is just corrupt in so many damn ways, man. But anyway, standing up for OJ, which is, alright, standing up for OJ, alright, you can't, until proven guilty, he's an innocent man. Alright, let's see, that's cool. So anyway, he arrives home, people are everywhere, and SWAT is there. He's in the car, literally in front of the house. OJ's yelling. He makes a deal to be arrested inside. He goes in, he rests a little, then he is arrested on TV everywhere, and he will go to trial. So what did I think about this episode overall, ladies and gentlemen? And like I told you, this is a better episode than the premiere. The premiere was a great premiere. This is an awesome, last week was an A-. So let me tell you right now. I'll give you the final grade in a minute. But first off, like I said last week and this week, and I think every week for O.J. Simpson, the show, the directing in here, the way it's handled. I think Ryan Murphy, the fantastic Ryan Murphy, man, he has a few problems every now and then in American Horror Story. But for this show, fantastic. I love the way it's directed. I love the way it's handled. I love the writing in here. The acting. All the actors did a fantastic job, man, especially David Schwimmer and Cuba Gooding Jr., man. I deserve to get hurt. The way that it was all said and done was awesome. OJ, very emotional. I cried 3 or 4 times during this episode, man. So many times where he was talking to his mom. I literally was in tears. I was like, God damn, this second episode's making me cry so much than I've cried this whole entire week. So for sure, when a show could get you to cry like that, it gets you. That's the show right there, man. If it gets you to cry or feel for the characters instantly for a man that has done it, I don't know what to call that, man. That's just power right there. Courtney B. Vance, Johnny Cochran, he's awesome in here as well, man. Very fantastic actor. Very well done for what his character did this episode. Can't wait to see more of him over the next few weeks. The opening of the episode with a suicide note and him reading it and all that stuff. The opening is fantastic. FX always has great openings. Robert Kardashian as well. David Schwimmer, really amazing. He's shown in here a lot more than the first episode, and the way, he's even praying for OJ in the beginning and everything. He's just, please bring him home. Well, he's home now. And the pacing of the episode. I love the way it's handled. It's not too rushed and it's not too slow. It's just exactly right. The only bad things about this episode I could say, and it's kind of stupid. Some people will be like, really? That's the only con you have of this episode? Really? The Kardashians. That scene, literally, when they showed that scene, I literally was like, really? You had... And out of everybody Ryan Murphy directed this episode, you had to show the Kardashians. You had to, yes, because we asked for it. Alright, show the Kardashians. Look at them when they were young. Well, let's cast these people. Could have saved money and time and not cast people for being young Kardashians and just gone on with your life. But whatever, they did that. I know it's stupid, but that's why it wasn't that much of a bad episode. It was a great episode. It was awesome. I'm going to give this episode, Season 1, Episode 2, The Run of His Life, a solid A. That's great, man. That's a great, fantastic episode. A. Last week was an A-. This is a solid A. It was not an A+, but it definitely, for sure, I enjoyed it more than the premiere. Both episodes were fantastic. The pacing of the episodes were awesome. The acting, the writing, the directing. Everything about it's a great show, man. Definitely, for sure. If you're not watching this show, you are missing out. OJ versus Simpson. OJ versus Simpson. The people versus OJ Simpson. OJ versus Simpson. OJ versus Simpson. I could work with something like that, I guess. OJ versus Jessica Simpson. OJ, Oscar, Jessica Simpson. Fuck. Anyway, watch the show. If you're not watching it, man, you are missing out. FX, another fantastic show, you guys. I could see a little awards coming next year, man. Maybe, maybe not. I just noticed they don't have an opening for this show. It's just like American Crime Story. Is that it? They didn't even have a solid opening for this yet. I want them to create an intro though. That'd be cool. Either way, awesome, emotional, very great writing, very great acting. And you know, I was kind of expecting that the show would be okay. It ended up being fantastic, great. It ended up knocking out of the ballpark, and we'll see what happens in episode 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll see what happens throughout the weeks, man. But for sure, will it stay on its top level climax, or will it end up dying down? We'll see, guys. Thanks again for watching. You want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button if you really did, if you really appreciated the channel or liked it, and like the video if you enjoyed the review. Thank you so much, man. The People vs. O.J. Simpson American Crime Story. Awesome job to the cast and crew. Thank you for bringing this to us. The whole Bronco chase, man, was just so personal. How he's crying, how he's thinking about dying, how he's putting the gun to his head, and then he's like, tell him I'm not getting out of this car. I'm not getting out of this car. You know, just everything about it, man, was just your heart pumping fast. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.